Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland. In our last episode we've been fighting the Fourth Catholic Crusade for Jerusalem against the Fatimids, and things have been going pretty well. We spent thousands of gold on mercenaries imported all the way from Scotland, and thanks to that we have won all of the battles so far. We haven't sieged anything yet, but that is probably our next order of business here. Are we paying money for any of these fleets to be raised, incidentally? We are. So let's disband our own fleets. I don't mind if we lose some due to them not being docked while we disband them. I guess we're paying for the hired fleets that are part of the Knights Hospitaller, but I don't know if we disband the fleets whether we also disband the troops. Surely we can disband the fleets separately, but that's actually not costing us anything, it seems, so that's fine, we'll leave that. So we've just disbanded our incredibly expensive mercenary company as well, which hopefully is okay. We should have enough troops between us and our allies here to hold off the remaining Fatimid army, reduced as it is. Oh, and we have a dangerous faction. Don't you see I have more important things to worry about right now? Elective succession. Our vassal king of Ireland and our Duke of Man. Well, he has a decently high opinion already. We can probably get him out. We can probably afford to send him a gift at this point. And a real nice cup. Okay, so Ireland is still in there, but he is below 70% by himself. Oh, and it looks like England has actually gotten the majority of his army down here by this point. Which is good. That should mean we have very little chance of losing this at this point. I've been corresponding regularly with my half-sister and always make sure to see her whenever I get the chance. It's a harsh world and family must stick together. Though I don't really like having my own 7,000 alone on the front lines here, because that's about the size of the Fatimids army. Actually, they have about 10,000 by now. Our truce with England is expiring. Of course, we won't be declaring war on them while we're allies in a different war. Oh, it looks like the army from Bourbon is arriving. I guess this county is mountains, and probably some of our allies would come in to reinforce us if we're attacked, so hopefully we'd be okay. I think we can probably go to speed 4 here. We have sieged some land in Jerusalem now, so we no longer have ticking war score against us. Let's actually put ourselves briefly in charge of this army so that we can gain the all-important Crusader traits and other high-ranking vassals as well, like our King of Jerusalem. I finally stand before the destination of the Crusade with sword in hand. I'm ready to storm the walls of Darum. You gained the trait Crusader. Now let's immediately go home. Still no sign of the Fatimid army, surprisingly. I know they do still have a small army up in Wales that they seemingly sent up there during our previous Holy War. Yeah, it's still there. I doubt they would be sending the rest of their army all the way over there for no reason. Oh, here they come, okay. So they have 7,300 to our 7,600 in the mountains, and looks like we have some support from our allies. I don't think we need to worry about that. After years of careful planning, this guy from the court of the Duke of Leinster has raised an army of exiles, mercenaries, and hopefuls. Is off to press his claim on Norway. Okay. Good luck with that, I suppose. Are we not allied with Norway? Oh, I think our alliance ended with them. Okay, elective succession. Again, it's just Ireland in here. What is his problem? He wants to be on the council, I see. Unfortunately, our current chancellor is already a powerful vassal and would not be particularly good at anything else. He is probably going to die very soon, though. Maybe we can afford to just fire him and assume he's going to die before he causes us any trouble. He's probably less powerful than Ireland as well. Oh, and old Duke Duff of Moray has died as well. Okay. A natural death. So now we have Duke Magnus of Moray, who does consider himself a powerful vassal. Well, let's hope that he isn't powerful enough to cause us too much trouble. And now that Galicia is fired from the council, he is starting factions. He is a bit less powerful than Ireland, though, it seems, so hopefully we can just ignore him until he dies. The Byzantines are here. What are you up to? Defending against the Mongol Empire. Oh, okay. And there's some revolt in Africa as well. Okay, so what's up with the Mongols? Mongol invasion of Ruthenia. Against Cumania, I guess? Yeah. So the Kingdom of Ruthenia. Wow, all the way over here. I see. They do have bordering land, so it'd be striking right into the center of Eastern Europe there. Not really a concern to us, though. We have a new Pope, Lucius. Okay. We are leading the Crusade contribution by a very wide margin, but I don't think that actually matters for anything, because we're going to gain all the land no matter what. And it looks like it's just going to be a few easy sieges between us and victory now. Which is very nice. We should probably get our Chancellor and Spymaster doing things. I don't even think it's worth trying to improve opinion with King of Galicia here. We're better off focusing on Lothian. And we'll send you off to study technology in Constantinople. So we have a battle. The Fatimids have attacked a papal army over here into the mountains. I guess we'll head over and try to reinforce this. We finished sieging there anyway. Battle could be worth enough to give us the victory. And it was. Alright, so let's hope that nothing goes terribly wrong here and we do actually gain all of this land for us, or for our vassal. We fulfill the ambition to become a paragon of virtue. Okay. Gain piety, I guess. Pope Lucius has won. Successful crusade for Jerusalem. Jesus has granted Mora de Guimars, the Queen of Sicily, victory in the crusade. Well, I'm pretty sure we were much further ahead in the contribution, but I guess we won't quibble. Against the Caliph, Pope Lucius has called for a month of celebration across the whole Christian world, praise Jesus. And indeed, all of the land has gone to our vassal, which he presumably will redistribute to other people. Let's get everything disbanded. so we can start making some money again. And actually, I was going to transport my retinue back, but maybe we just leave it down here. Might be more useful to have it on hand in a more convenient location in case we need to defend another holy war against the Fatimids or something. Actually, might be a little dangerous to have it here by itself. I think we should keep it stationed in Sicily, maybe. Oh, don't disband, that would be terrible. So it's safe, but in a convenient and relatively close location. Alright, so our son Prince Roy, the genius, is timid, indolent, and an idolizer. Doesn't sound that good. So definitely not martial. Learning? We have to give our genius son a learning education? I guess we'll go for it. Just because it's the only one that's compatible. We do need to choose a new ambition. Room and air. Okay, let's do it. Let's introduce our heir to the realm as well, Prince Roy. We've invited our vassals to partake in a formal introduction of your heir, Prince Roy. He will have to exchange many pleasantries and act in a very formal way, something that might be tiresome for someone as young as him. However, you have full confidence that he will not disappoint you. You better not, Roy. Okay, so we can hold a grand tournament if we want to. I don't think that's going to be necessary. Bishop Gilroy of Dunblane is a renowned, godly, and learned vassal of yours. After having introduced himself to Roy, Gilroy approaches you with an offer. He's willing to spend some time teaching Roy some of the more intricate parts of the Bible in exchange for your favor. So we can annoy him slightly, lose piety, or we can owe him a favor. I mean, what favor could he call in? He'd probably want us to reduce church obligations or something, which I don't think is too important. On the other hand, gaining one learning for Prince Roy is not too important either. Yeah, we'll just annoy the bishop slightly, it's fine. Okay, so Roy has impressed Bishop Fergus of Fortingall. Okay. Sounds good. We'll disband our fleet. I think we have everything disbanded now. Let me just check in here. Okay. Actually can afford to make some more retinues, but I think we'll wait for our existing ones to reinforce first. Still costing us all of our income for now. Alright, so at some point during that whole Crusade business, our truce with England did expire, so we can go to war with them. Which we probably will do. We may want to wait a little while for some levy to reinforce here. Prince Martin of the Holy Roman Empire is a renowned fighter. This is... oh, the Grandmaster of the Knights Templar, okay. After having introduced himself to Roy, he approaches us with an offer. He's willing to spend some time learning Roy how to fight in exchange for your favor. I guess one marshal is probably going to be more useful. Sure. We'll owe you a favor. Ooh, smallpox spreads across the sea. It seems that plunder and slaves are not the only things the Aztec sailors have brought back with them to their own shores. Rumors have trickled back to the old world telling stories of smallpox pandemics sweeping across the Aztec Empire and its neighbors. The streets and alleys of Tenochtitlan are said to be littered with the dead and dying, and the Aztec emperors commanded the immediate execution of all slaves and prisoners captured on the great eastern continent in an effort to stem the spread of the disease. Well, serves you right for taking my land, I guess. It is evidently clear to all of the visiting vassals that Prince Roy has been infatuated with Duke Magnus's wife. This Duchess of Moray, okay. While harmless, Roy is still following her around like a dog. Magnus does not seem to be amused. Well, he is already annoyed with us. There's no time for this nonsense. So Roy likes her by plus 40. Magnus dislikes Prince Roy. Okay. Probably not a big deal. As Roy introduces himself to Mayor Richard of Pitlochry, he not only accidentally spills a beverage on Richard's shoes, but also manages to insult all of Richard's ancestors. Wow. He's just a mayor, though. Probably not a huge deal. The last of your vassals have left, and Prince Roy looks relieved. He's obviously exhausted from all the formalities, but having been introduced like this will hopefully serve him well in the future. So for 20 years, he gets plus 4 vassal opinion and extra prestige. Okay. Sounds good. I've been making an effort to spend more time with my brother Lulach lately. We've not always seen eye to eye, but as his liege, it is especially important to foster loyalty and respect. Sounds good. Also, we're both Crusaders, which means we like each other better for that reason as well. And our daughter Marthok has finished her education in the ways of intrigue, and she's become an intricate web weaver. Alright. She seems to be a real explorer and experimenter, constantly finding new ideas and topics that fascinate her. So we can have a chance of her becoming patient, or have her become quick, which is really good. Or actually shrewd, which is almost the same as quick. Yeah, sounds great. So, marriage between... I think I see what happened. I thought we were getting an alliance with Pisa before, and then we didn't, but I guess it's because the person who we were getting allied to was no longer in charge of the Republic. Somebody else was elected in. So maybe we decline this marriage and get Marthok married to somebody else, if possible, since this doesn't give us any useful pact. Yes. And if we could get an alliance with the Kaiser, I guess that would be the most useful thing, but he has no children. His one sibling is already married and also childless. Looks like there might be a change of dynasty there, actually. I guess we can look elsewhere. Hungary? Norway? I guess you are not going to be interested in getting married. I suppose we could betroth her to his 8-year-old son. Means they won't get married for a while, but I guess that's probably okay. I guess I don't have the option, even. I guess we have to wait for the other betrothal to be cancelled now that I think about it. That makes sense. Or we have to actually break it. I assumed it would have been broken when we refused his offer of marriage, but apparently not. Arranged marriage from the Kaiser. This is a relative of his. I don't think this gives us a pact. Let me see if we can look at it this way. Arrange marriage. It does give us a non-aggression pact with the Kaiser, okay. Well, let's just accept this then. Is this going to happen? Oh, it's already happened, I see. So we can form an alliance with the Kaiser. Let's not actually do that yet, though. I don't want to get dragged into his current war. News from across the sea. Rumors have reached Europe of a titanic struggle taking place across the Great Sea. In the homeland of the Aztecs themselves rarely discuss it with outsiders. But it appears they've been locked in a deadly war for some time with the Tawantinsuyu, a great empire from the mountains and jungles far to the south. They are ruled by the Sapa Inca, who is allegedly the direct descendant of some kind of sun god. If stories are to be believed, the warriors of the Inca are armed with mysterious thunder sticks capable of felling a man from great distance. The Aztec have only recently been able to halt their advance, in large part thanks to their mounted warriors riding horses imported from Europe. I have no time for this nonsense. Alright, so I think our levy is probably looking a good bit better by now, so we can probably afford to declare war on England. What is your levy like? 13k to our... more like 20k, okay. And if we upgrade our pact with the Kaiser to an alliance, he could probably come and help us out as well. What CBs do we have immediately available? Well, we have the claim on the kingdom, which we don't want to do because we'd end up with a theocracy of England. We have a de jure claim on Lancaster and Westmoreland for our Duke of Lancaster. It's only one county for either of those. Alternatively, we can look for claimants to some of the other duchies. Maybe if there was a claimant to Wessex or something, that might be good. Nobody willing to accept an invitation. How about over here? No claimants at all, apparently. Mercia? Nope. Well, maybe for the time being we'll just press our de jure claim on one of these counties. That's probably going to be the easiest, and we'll get the Kaiser in to help us, but that's going to have to wait for the next episode. We're just about out of time, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.